Hello everyone, welcome back to this video series on transitioning from SolidWorks into Zapworks for AR. My name is Ashwin, and in today's video we are going to be looking at how to deploy a project onto the Zapworks cloud so that it will be accessible from anywhere for everybody to view in AR. So let's get down to it. To start off, I hope you remember from our last video that we have this model of an engine. And we had added the animations that were baked into it and also a controller to control it from external positions. So for this video, since we will be viewing it on a smartphone, I would like to go into portrait mode. All right. And when I go into portrait mode, we can see that it has automatically changed the orientation of my play button. So we don't want this, right? What we are going to do about this is such. We will return it to the original position, and we need to rotate it about the z-axis, which is right here. We will be rotating it 90 degrees. And let's move it up along the x-axis. So if you see, the direction of x is along this, and this is the negative x. We'll be moving along negative x. So we specify negative 0.5. Didn't come above the object. Let's go for 0.6. There we go. So I'm going to leave it at 0.8 so that it's as high as possible. And I am also going to scale this model down a bit. I will be scaling the model down to 50% for proper viewing, because an engine is large and you won't be able to exactly look at the object in real space. Let's say 70%, shall we? 50 is a bit much. There we go, 70%. And I'm also going to bring this down a bit to 0.5. That will work. So remember the steps. We transitioned from landscape to portrait, and we scaled down our object. Now, what we want to do is, for the target manipulator to properly work, we will have to define the rotate and scale, right? So for the rotation multiplier, I have noticed that 150 is a good scale to hold. 150 degrees is the angle that it will rotate to. Scale minimum is the minimum size that you want this object to go to when it's being scaled. And for the purpose of this, let's say we don't want the object going to 0, right? So I'm going to hold off from scaling it anywhere below 30%, which is 0.3. And the maximum scale, I'm going to allow people to scale it to the actual size, which is 1:1. All right. So you click on target manipulator and you come to references and you're going to change these colors. Is that clear? All right. Now we are ready to publish this project. So before we publish, there's a few steps that we need to follow. Let's go on to our Zapworks cloud. I'm already logged in. I currently have the hobby version of this studio, and thus it allows me 5 projects, out of which I have just 1 project remaining to publish. You can always delete projects or overwrite projects. So that's a good thing about Zapworks. So let's go ahead and add a new project, give it a name. I'm going to name this engine animation. And since we made it in Studio, we will be using Studio. Let's go on to the next step. So we can choose a trigger. So Zapcode, usually you require an app called Zappar which I'll leave a link in the description to, on your smartphone or anywhere else for you to view this. You will be scanning this code and it will take you into AR. Web AR is, you will need no app, but the problem with the Web AR currently is that it does not support your world tracking, and deep link is just a link that you click on that will take you to the same place as the Web AR. It still does not support world tracking, so you cannot walk around the object. For this, I'm going to take the Zapcode, say create the project, and we have our project created. All right. So I'm going to download this image and keep it right here. Right. I had a previous project. I'm replacing it. There we go. Now we have a project created on Zapworks Cloud. Let's deploy this. What you need to do is go to publish, hit publish, and it's going to ask you what's going to happen. It's going to ask me to log in with my browser. Since I'm already logged in to this studio, it's going to allow me to directly come back into Zapworks. Publish, you will arrive at this page where you can choose engine animation. Now I'm going to go ahead and choose selected and hit publish. So it's preparing to upload the package and it's publishing. And we are done. Now, you remember the zap code that we had downloaded earlier? I'm going to scan that on my smartphone and show you what that looks like. Let's see. I'm here on my smartphone right now, and as you can see, I have the Zappar app installed. This is an app available on both the Play Store as well as on your App Store for Apple. I'm going to go ahead and open it. So I have the zapcode that I had created for this project right there. I'm going to place the object in real space. I'm just going to allow it to scan and place the object wherever it needs to. It will find a surface to place the object, and there it is. So you can see that you will be able to swipe from side to side to change the orientation and look around the object, and you will have to tap the object to place it right there. And once you place it, you will be able to move close to the object and look at it around at each one of the detailed components, as you can see right here. And I'm gonna hit this button that we created for interaction, and you see it's running. I can pinch to scale the object to a smaller size. So as I said, it's 30% as the minimum. I don't want to scale to 0, so that definition is in there. Now it's back to 100%, and I can inspect the object while it's running. And this is really cool, isn't it? Let's get back. All right. Now that you've seen that, I hope you liked what you saw and understood how good AR can be. I hope you enjoyed watching this series as much as I enjoyed making it, and I will see you in a future video. All the best.